Greetings film fans, John Campea here with AMC Movie News, and it's hard to believe, but The Amazing Spider-Man is going to be here in less than 2 weeks, opening in AMC theaters everywhere on July 3rd. Don't forget, you can get your tickets right now at amctheaters.com. Now, it wasn't all that long ago that the movie world was shocked when they heard that Sam Raimi and Sony Studios announced that they would be canceling Spider-Man 4. Now, a lot of people were very disappointed by that news, but I was one of the few people who actually thought that this was a good thing, that it was a good time for Sam Raimi to move on to other projects and express his creative genius, and for Sony to hit the reset button on the Spider-Man franchise. I mean, after all, if they made Spider-Man 4 and it came out this year, we'd have a 37-year-old Peter Parker. I don't think any of us really wanted that. So today I thought I would run down the 5 reasons why you and I should all be excited about The Amazing Spider-Man. Starting at number 1, director Marc Webb. Now, Marc isn't Sam Raimi. He's a very different type of storyteller, and a lot of people scratched their heads a little bit when they heard that Marc Webb would be directing The Amazing Spider-Man. After all, he has no superhero movie experience. But if you look at his 2009 great film, 500 Days of Summer, you see that even though there's not superheroes flying around the city, he is fantastic at handling quick, witty dialogue and at injecting a lot of personality into his characters. And what other comic book character embodies the whole idea of quick, witty dialogue and having loads of personality than Spider-Man and Peter Parker? Look, there's nothing guaranteeing that he's going to knock this out of the park, but I really do believe Marc Webb was the right guy for this job. The second reason I think all of us should be excited about The Amazing Spider-Man is that Marc Webb and Sony Studios had the courage to play around a little bit with the origin story. Look, we all know that Peter Parker is on a science field trip, gets bit by a radioactive spider, but in this film they have the guts to go things in a little bit of a different direction. They seem to suggest that Peter Parker's parents and the research his father was doing has something to do with who he is and how he turns into Spider-Man. I think that took a lot of guts, and I, for one, am very excited to see how this plays out. The third reason I think we should all be stoked about The Amazing Spider-Man is Andrew Garfield. Now, not a lot of people know a lot about Andrew. They only seem to know him from his performance in The Social Network, but I'm here to tell you, that's all you need. Now, Jesse Eisenberg brought that very awkward character to the screen. You got Justin Timberlake bringing that real slime ball to the screen. But it was Eduardo and the performance of Andrew Garfield that gave The Social Network its humanity, that gave it its heart. I don't think that movie's half as good as it is if it wasn't for Andrew Garfield. Now, personally, I think the man was robbed of the Best Supporting Actor Oscar at the Academy Awards that year, and I cannot wait to see him on the screen as Peter Parker, Spider-Man. The fourth reason I'm really excited for this film, Emma Stone. It's hard to imagine that this girl, who is a Hollywood veteran, being in such great films as Zombieland, Easy A, and of course the Academy Award-winning film The Help, but she's only 23 years old, and the fact that they picked her to play Gwen Stacy, I think was a stroke of genius, and I think she's going to be fantastic in this. Finally, the fifth reason I think we should all be really excited, the visual effects. Look, they did a fantastic job back in 2002 when Sam Raimi brought us the first Spider-Man. But a lot changes in the world of visual effects in 10 years. And you can tell just by looking at the trailer that the graphics and the effects in this movie are on an entirely new level. Graphics, visual effects play such a big part when it comes to action, and action plays a huge part in any comic book film. And I think these two are going to go together really well for The Amazing Spider-Man. So there you have it. Those are my 5 reasons to be really excited about The Amazing Spider-Man. Once again, opening in AMC theaters everywhere on July 3rd. Get your tickets right now at amctheaters.com. So let us know what you think. Are you guys excited about The Amazing Spider-Man as I am? Do you have the same 5 reasons that you're excited, or can you think of some other reasons? Let me know in the comments section below. Thanks again for joining me. My name's John Campea. We'll see you at the movies.